सबको एक सेक्युलर प्रणाम।
So let me ask this question. When it comes to interpretation of non-Hindu religions in India under law or in any of the Islamic seminaries, which book which traces its origins to India is relied upon for interpretation of either Islamic law or Christian canon law? I'm trying to ask myself this simple question since you're saying...
No, please explain to me
आपके लिए और थोड़ा मैं सिंपल कर देता हूँ।
कर दीजिए।
जब आप फतवा जारी करते हैं, and I'm using the word fatwa as a legal finding, a judicial finding, not in the negative sense. Okay?
It is an advisory. It's
exactly.
not a
no
judicial,
problem.
It's an advisory.
चाहे वो advisory
Supreme
हो या
Court has
binding हो,
said
जो
it's
कुछ
advisory.
ठीक है.
Yeah.
So the question is, भारत के कौन से book में से आप अपने, let's say, interpretation को ढूंढते हैं? My point is, everything that relates to Islam necessarily comes from a book and commentaries which do not originate in India. Okay. Would that be a correct statement to make?
You're absolutely wrong.
Oh, please tell me.
You don't know.
Sahih al-Bukhari was authored in India.
Do you know Fatwa Alamgiri?
Go ahead,
Fatwa Alamgiri?
Oh, so you use Fatwa Alamgiri to actually...
Listen to me. Where was Fatwa Alamgiri written?
No. The question is, when you issue a fatwa, do you use the Quran or what are you using?
Are you debating with me or an anchor?
I am
asking you want to debate with me, I'll answer.
I am asking you a straightforward question.
I am answering you in a straightforward way. Please listen to me. You have...
Should I rephrase the question for you to understand it better?
I understood where you're coming from.
Answer, please.
Do you believe that the Islamic law is only Quran and Sunnah? No. You're absolutely wrong.
Go ahead, please explain.
No, it is not.
Right.
It is Quran, it is Sunnah,
right.
It is the judicial or the fatwas given. It is Sunnah is Hadith only.
Hadith only.
Then you have schools of thought.
Right.
Hanafi, Shafi'i, Maliki, Fiqh. Right. Then you have Fatwa Alamgiri. There are so many books.
So these schools of thought, what is the basis of the schools of thought? Is the
every religion, every school of thought.
Right.
Basically,
has the audience understood the question? Okay, great.
No, listen.
Yes, please.
Fantastic.
Right.
Majority of Indian Muslims are Hanafis.
Okay.
We follow Fatwa Alamgiri.
Okay.
And that protection, where it comes from? Article 26.
Okay.
Isn't it?
And what is the basis of Fatwa Alamgiri?
Fatwa Alamgiri is the opinion of the Islamic scholars who were born in India.
Based on what?
Based on Quran and Sunnah.
And
also advice.
So on the CA, so since you represent a significant portion of Hyderabad, which has a significant Muslim population, which Hyderabadi Muslim, according to you, is going to be affected by the CAA? And why? Legally. Not politically.
No, listen to me. When I said all three are South Indians, you said I'm an Indian from South. So now let me tell you that any law which is passed, which is unconstitutional, which goes against the basic structure of the Constitution, it will affect every Indian, irrespective of Hyderabadi Hindu, Hyderabadi Muslim, or Hyderabadi Christian.
Right.
That is the first answer.
Right.
Secondly, why do we oppose CAA? Because in the 70 years of our Indian Lok Sabha, not a single law has been made on the basis of religion. This has been done. In my opinion, and in the opinion of many legal luminaries, which you will again ask which name, is that it violates right to equality. Fourthly, this country cannot have two principles of citizenship. Fifth, about CAA, it is discriminatory and it violates Article 14 of equality because in Assam NRC has been done. 19 lakh people names did not come in the Assam NRC. Out of that, only 5 lakh were Muslims. The BJP intends to give citizenship to all those non-Muslims and not to the Muslims. Why? Again, all of them are illegal migrants because they didn't come. Isn't that a violation of Article 14? And last point, CAA has to be looked to the prism of NPR and NRC because it relates to Citizenship Act. These are the rules which were framed when Atal Bihari Vajpayee was in power. That is why we oppose CAA, NPR, NRC, and please don't exclude me from your thought of India.
So I'm assuming that you're equally for Ahmadiyya Muslims from Pakistan for their entry into India. Is that the position?
I am saying you removed the word religious minorities and bring everyone. So who's stopping you?
So here's my question.
If I may,
so sorry. the treatment that Razakars under the Nizam meted out to Hindus in Hyderabadi Princely State is the same treatment that Hindus in
you are
Pakistan.
jumping from CAA. Look, my answer has touched a raw nerve in you. I know, my answer has touched a raw nerve in you.
एक मिनट.
Now look at your thought process. From CAA, you can drink water if you want.
No,
From CAA, you have jumped to Razakar.
My point
I have told you. No, listen to me. I have told you. No, you're not a moderator.
I'm asking you a question.
You are trying to become another Subramanian Swami, which will never happen in his life.
I agree that there can never be another Dr. Swami, and I don't aspire to be him as well. Let me just ask this question. आप सवाल से इतना क्यों डर रहे हैं? मुझे तो सवाल तो पूछने दीजिए। सर, तो मुझे पूछने दीजिए ना।
मैं इस प्रोग्राम में इसलिए आया हूँ क्योंकि मेरे को मालूम है पूरे RSS के लोग बैठे हुए इसलिए आया हूँ मैं।
We appreciate your guts. Absolutely. No. So here's my thing. One, to be fair to the audience, I think the audience.
आप बोलिए, आपका सवाल बोलिए।
I think the audience has been fairly open to both points of view.
ठीक है, आप बोलिए, आपका सवाल क्या है?
मेरा सवाल ये है कि जो ट्रीटमेंट रज़ाकर्स ने हैदराबादी हिंदुओं के साथ किया था, पाकिस्तान में हिंदुओं के साथ वही हो रहा है. Therefore, there is a specific persecution which is based on religion. जब प्रॉब्लम का बेसिस ही रिलीजन है, तो सोल्यूशन का बेसिस रिलीजन क्यों नहीं हो सकता? ये थोड़ा समझा दीजिए.
इसलिए नहीं हो सकता
जी,
इसलिए नहीं हो सकता क्योंकि भारत का कोई रिलीजन नहीं है.
अच्छा, उनका तो रिलीजन है.
भारत का नहीं है.
जो मर रहे हैं उनका तो रिलीजन है.
भारत का रिलीजन नहीं है. आप मेरे को मालूम, आपको पाकिस्तान की बड़ी मोहब्बत है, मेरे को नहीं है पाकिस्तान से. सुनिए, आपको पाकिस्तान से बड़ी मोहब्बत है, अफगानिस्तान से है, आपको बांग्लादेश से. मुझे नहीं है सर. मुझे भारत से मतलब है और हमेशा रहेगा. रहा सवाल परसिक्यूशन का, आप परसिक्यूशन के ऊपर लेके आइए ना. कौन रोक रहा आपको? कौन रोक रहा आपको?
तो let's ask ourselves this question. Recognize persecution but ignore the cause of the persecution is the solution.
Persecution is persecution. Now
explain that to me.
Listen to me.
Please.
अगर कोई हिंदू पाकिस्तान से आकर भारत में रिफ्यूजी बनता है तो मुझे उसका गम नहीं है.
रिफ्यूजी तभी बन सकता है जब वो परसिक्यूटेड है.
सर,
और मैं वकील हूं, वकील के तौर पे एक पॉइंट बोलने दीजिए.
अच्छा, रूल्स में बताइए. अब ये CAA रूल्स में डिफाइन कर रहे,
क्या
परसिक्यूशन डिफाइन कर रहे.
अगर वो रिलीजियस परसिक्यूशन हो चुका है,
डिफाइन ही नहीं कर रहे ना.
आपने डॉक्यूमेंट्स देखे?
आप मेरी बात सुनिए. मेरी एक बात सुनिए. पाकिस्तान से कोई हिंदू आता है, अफगानिस्तान से आता है, बांग्लादेश से आता है, कहीं से भी आता है. लीजिए, आप रिलीजन के ऊपर कानून क्यों बनाए? आप एक्सक्लूड क्यों कर रहे हैं? ये राइट टू इक्वालिटी के खिलाफ है.
कोई अंतर करता है तो कानून अनकॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल है. एक मार रहा है और दूसरा मर रहा है. आपके हिसाब से कानून दोनों के बीच में अंतर नहीं कर सकता है. थैंक यू. आई अंडरस्टैंड. दैट्स योर अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन एंड आई अंडरस्टैंड you're no more a lawyer, so I'm with you. Okay.